I'm not weird. Okay. Wait. I take that back. Maybe heaven is weird. Somebody was telling me right now, you're kind of weird that you can create wealth everywhere, anywhere, and you wouldn't just hurry up and make up a bunch of money for yourself. Okay, maybe we are kind of weird, huh? Because Jesus made wealth for people and walked around like a nothing and didn't care. And Jesus helped that lady to keep filling jars of oil, and the wealth off of that, she was wealthy and well taken care of the rest of her life off of those jars of oil. And you're right, I guess you're right. I could use my powers to just produce a bunch of gold and walk over somewhere to whatever equivalent money I'd get. Or wait, copper. Copper is worth a ton. I could just use my powers, make a whole room full of copper and get the money. Okay, so Jesus, God, and I are a little weird and different. Heavens are different. I'd rather start a company for somebody else and have them pay me a chunk. I thought I wanted to make those little flower things and do everything from scratch like a human and blah, blah. It'd be a bit of a stupid. And I got tired of it. I didn't want to do it anymore. You know, it's so fun. It is so fun to be like a human, though. And try to make a product out of just whatever you can find. So, like, see, in the world of gods, we would take a picture of the first time you tried to make what we show you, and we'd keep it forever. So, like, the first car, it didn't look like an amazing car. The first car was a human working with God, trying to figure out what God was talking about. So, before there was a wheel, it was just a concept and a God trying to tell them about things that are circular that keep going and how you can sit on these things that are circular and keep them moving and be able to have something that keeps moving for you. And see, it was a concept of getting a wheel or something that went in a circle and a concept of something that you could sit in or sit on. And then, see, it started where it was many things. Maybe a horse or an animal could kind of pull it and it moves. But see, when you make the first one, it looks weird and bizarre. They don't make these beautiful, beautiful things that sit on wheels until they have perfected it for like a year or so. Most of us gods would love to show you the very, very, very first anything they made. Because it's all silly and kind of awkward and clumpy, but that's the fun of it. You show up with your product, and your product that some God worked with you to make, it's made out of whatever you can find at the Home Depot or whatever you could build out of the metal or steel you found. And it looks weird and stupid and clumpy, but it's so cute because it came out of the heart and soul of somebody working with a God to build something out of dreams. And after the gods possess a billion humans, and after a bunch of gods work to fine-tune the product and turn it into what they were actually talking about, then it's very beautiful. It's the heart and soul of that person, plus what the God really was trying to build in a perfected product ending reality that everybody will buy and want more than that original out of my tiny human heart and soul clumpiness thing. But I swear gods would take a picture of that clumpiness thing and keep it forever and think it was the coolest thing forever. You know what? Yeah. Humanity always wants the last perfected product. And it's like, that's fun too. But yeah, if I could create a product where the flowers kind of could be woven through their hair, oh, I'd make a bajillions. Women want all this flashy stuff lately. They want like weird little flowers that can pop up through their hair and kind of cascade all pretty and then make a pretty little flower or something that hangs by their ear and maybe lights up really pretty and cute. And then there are women who are kind of independent and kind of out there. And they would prefer something that weaves through their hair that makes them look like, a glorious kind of adornment that just looks kind of fancy and amazing. And some you can kind of just easily weave through your hair that connects to something you're going to keep in your ear anyway, because that's how you talk to people or listen to your music or whatever, but would look so pretty like that. People really get into those kind of things. It was like, well, wait till I find somebody that'll create it all now, because I tried a couple silly, stupid things, and of course the United States made sure I wasn't going to get anywhere. But trying those silly things told me I'm just not the type to do anything the hard way anymore. I'm going to go ahead and just be a spoiled god. It's a lot better to find the country that wants money and will do whatever some god requires because they just want to be the best. They just want to be the most wealthy. They just want everything. There's always a country that wants everything. And it starts with making as much money as they can make in 5 buildings for one entire 24-hour day and giving me 10%. Then finding out how much more money they can make, and then how much more I will give them, like the power of God in their country for some reason, or to some extent, some amount, and what they'd pay me to give me my honor because of it. And then the next amount of money they can produce, and how much more power within the country they can have for a lot of other different purposes, and giving me whatever money they give me because of it. And that's how these things work. So I'm just going to wait for people and companies and countries, and it all will fall into place. I'm a god. It's inevitable. Only the United States and Dubai think they're God forever over crime against God. Smart people know God wins. Then all these good, amazing God things are inevitable. But what would they want? Would the country want everybody not sick unless they're bad people, so that the bad people stand out and have to be sick? Like a beautiful Santa Claus that wants to point out everybody's bad morals, hoping it will create like a society peer pressure to make everybody into good people. Because good people make good karma, make good wealth, make good things. And bad people are a spiritual, gross punishment drain on everything. So would a country want everybody to be sick when they're gross and amazingly healthy when they're good? Or would a country want invincible safety and security? And how much would they pay for that? And would they stay loyal to paying a god the right price the god requires for all the things that they want? Or would they fuck up? Would they get high and mighty and full of themselves and fuck up? And see, it's better to think and overthink about that today before they jump in and choose anything. So, I guess Jesus and I are a little weird because we can produce wealth, but would really think about how we'd want wealth or something. So heavens are a little different than humans. So we'll just take our time. If I'm inevitably going to win, somebody's going to go for this, and it's going to be amazing when they get there.